Okay, I want to move on to Facebook. Senator Ted Cruz took Zuckerberg to task over liberal bias at Facebook. It feels like Zuckerberg is, to me at least, it feels like the man is censor-in-chief for 2 billion people. Sarah, am I on the right track, or am I way off base?
Well, you have to look at what happened in May 2016. Remember that there was allegations of bias in their trending topics feature, that they weren't including conservative sources in trending news. But at the end of the day, Zuckerberg knows that he has to stay very clear on the sides of free speech if he wants to make sure that he can avoid regulation from the Hill. Republicans, like Senator Cruz, are not going to give this company an easy time if they think that censorship is on the table.
Jason Rotman, come back in, please, because yesterday Facebook stock had its best performance in close to 2 years, I believe. Is this because investors were happy with Zuckerberg's performance so far? Is that why Facebook stock went up so much yesterday?
Yes, basically, you know, he didn't make any major mistakes. There were some lighthearted moments. I think it was a relief rally. It was a classic relief rally because the worst of expectations did not materialize at all. It was neutral to maybe slightly positive for Zuckerberg. However, as I've said with you, Stuart, over the past couple weeks, I know I've been an Uber bull over the past few years. I still maintain that the upside, as I said, is severely capped. Facebook's not out of the woods. Some advertisers have pressed pause, and I think we're going to continue to see that.
What about the idea that Facebook becomes a subscription service, a bit like Netflix, for example? You pay them maybe $1 or $2 a month, and in return, they can't use your information. Jack, how is that? Would that be good for the stock, do you think? Good for Facebook? Is it likely?
It's very likely, and it would be great for the stock. Advertising revenue is highly cyclical. There's one price that Wall Street puts on advertising revenue. There's a much higher price they put on subscription revenue because it tends to be more stable. If Facebook can mix its revenue stream, it's going to get a higher stock price. By the way, I disagree with the point that advertisers are walking away from Facebook. I saw a recent survey from RBC. The people they survey say the number one answer was Facebook on what gives you the best return on investment for your advertising dollar. And they talked about where people are going to spend more. Facebook was the number 2 answer. The number 1 was Instagram, owned by Facebook.
Okay, Jason Rotman, a subscription service like Netflix, would you be attracted by that?
Well, first of all, I would place my bets that that will never happen. Even in light of what's going on, obviously, right now. Facebook has consistently said we will always have a free model, free to sign up, free to use. If it does happen that Facebook's going to start charging people $4.95 a month, or even at whatever it is, $9.95 a month, I think this stock will, honest to God, I think it'll crater by 20–30%. That would be horrible short term because it would add so much uncertainty to a proven successful multi-billion-dollar profit-generating model.
There would be options in there. You could have the non-subscription where your information is more out there, and that you have the ads targeted at you. You're paying the subscription to have none of that, to secure your data and not be targeted.